Hi class, today our lesson is on converting decimals to fractions. It's found in 7-6 and 7-7 in Swun. Our learning goal or objective is today I will convert decimals to fractions and plot the fractions on a number line. So our first vocab word is decimal point. It is a symbol used to separate a whole number from a fraction parts. Second one is to convert. That's to change form without changing value. And then plot is to represent a value on a number line. And again, that decimal point, that would be like 3 5/10. That's your decimal point. Okay, our steps for today is say the decimal. Step 2 is convert the decimal to a fraction. Step 3 is plot the fraction on a number line. Okay, so I'm getting out my red pen. You're pausing, you're watching. My first problem says, what is 0.2 as a fraction? First, I have to say that decimal. I'm going to write it, and then I'm going to label. This is my ones place, my decimal, and then my tenths place. So I'm going to say 2/10. I'm going to convert 2/10 to a fraction. So listen to how I'm saying it. 2/10. I say the same thing for a fraction. I say 2/10. Okay, and then I need to plot the fraction on a number line. So I'm going to draw my number line. I'm breaking it up into how many parts? Tenths, so 9 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10, and then 1 whole. Again, I can write that as 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10. Okay, and I am plotting 0 and 2/10 or 2/10 on that number line. So my plot would be right there. I could either put a line or I could shade in up until that point. Okay, my second number is, or my second problem is, what is 0 and 53/100 as a fraction? So again, if I need to use a place value chart, then I can use that to help me. I actually know it, so I always start with my decimal. I cover it up. Anything to the left, I start in the ones place, so that's my ones. Then any of my whole numbers I cover up, and then I start with my tenths, then my hundredths, and I label it, so I know 53, and whatever place value it ends in, so 53/100. So now I'm going to write that as a fraction, so 53/100, and now it says to plot that fraction on a number line. 0 to 1 whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this would be 10/100, 20/100, 30/100, 40/100, 50/100, 60/100, 70/100, 80/100, 90/100. Notice I didn't count by ones. I would be here all day and this video would be way too long. So now I'm going to find in between 50 and 60, because 53 lies in between 50 and 60. So 50 hundredths and 60 hundredths, and I'm going to make 9 more lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to shade in up until that point. So this line right here, that is my 53 hundredths. So I plotted 53 hundredths or 53 hundredths right there, and I can shade in from 0 all the way up. Okay, our next problem we're going to do together, so you need your pencil out. What is 0 and 8/10 as a fraction? So again, we're going to label it 1/10. So that equals to 8/10. And now we have to plot it. 0 to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10. Right here is my spot. We're going to shade all of this in. Okay, we have one more problem that we're going to do together. It is, what is 47 hundredths as a fraction? We're going to write that number. We have our ones place, 10th place, hundredths place. So that is 47 hundredths. So 47 hundredths. Draw my number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 hundredths, 20 hundredths, 30 hundredths, 40 hundredths, 50 hundredths, 60 hundredths, 70 hundredths, 80 hundredths, 90 100ths. Okay, and in between 40 and 50, I have to have my tallies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna find the 7. So 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 right here. And I'm gonna shade all of this in. Okay, you have 2 homework problems to do on your own. 1, 2, and then rate your understanding.